Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slack. Today I am here in my bathroom floor doing a declutter. As I promised, I'm doing a foundation declutter of my foundation archive. This is stuff that's been sitting in a shelf in a cupboard, just waiting to have some attention. So I'm going to give it some attention. I'm also going to show some of it at the door. But yeah, join me as I go through this journey. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed already, guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. And without further ado, guys, here is the video. Today I am, is it better down? I don't know, I just don't know. Today I'm going to be doing a declutter, which I promised and haven't delivered yet, so I thought I would get going. I just redid my roots and I think I did it too dark, as you can tell. It looks like pitch black. I think I underestimated how light my hair was, and yeah, that's a different story. So today I'm going to be doing a declutter. It's going to be a 10-parter because I've got so many categories to do, but I thought I would get started. In this cupboard is a mess, don't look, but I will get out the first category. I think I'm going to start with foundation. I've got a lot of stuff in here that is probably off and needs to come out of the cupboard because it's been sitting in here for about 2 years untouched. So let's have a look and see what I have. Right, to start with these. So here we are, my foundations. My hair is really stressing me out. I'm getting it straightened, well, I'm getting it silk pressed in a couple of days, which is why it looks like this. I haven't done a declutter in a long time, but let's just get started. So first up is this Gucci foundation. I don't think I ever wore it. I tested it and I didn't love it. This was in medium deep 410. Looks really nice actually. If I remember rightly, it was awful on and it looked like a mask. Let's see. The way I'm going to test these declutters is if it's split, then I won't reuse it. If it's not split, then I might keep it or gift it to somebody else. Now this isn't split and it does look like a nice colour. It's not my colour right now. But I think I'll keep this. This isn't going to go well, is it, guys? Let's be honest. I'm going to keep everything. I'm going to keep this for now. I think I'm going to gift it to someone. So, because it's Gucci and it just feels wrong to chuck it away. So I'm going to keep the Gucci. And yeah, that was not very good. So this is the Fluid de Beauté Fini Natural Finish Fluid Foundation. I'm going to keep that but gift it because I don't use it. There's been some kind of oil spillage in here. I don't know what it is. Okay, this one I think is definitely time to go. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. This foundation is such an old school foundation. It is literally so thick. It did make you look flawless, but in a very, very heavily made up kind of way. And I think its time has passed. This is the shade 14. If anyone wants to see what it looks like on, I might start doing them down my arm because I'm gonna run out of hand space. Now this, I actually really liked it at the time, but it's just not the type of foundation one would wear now. Also the shade's a bit light for me as I'm in my summer phase. But this is some thick foundation. Good old Charlotte Tilbury back in the day. I think I've had this for about, I don't know, a decade. So I think it's time to go, but even now I feel nostalgic to say goodbye. But I think it's time. So that's like, it does actually look too, doesn't look too bad, but it is very thick. It's like cake-tastic. Oh my god, so thick. Okay, that's got to go. Next up on my list is, oh my god, this is a concealer. This is Born This Way Too Faced Multi Sculpt Concealer. I remember this well. I wonder if it's any good. It smells very perfumed. Stinks. I'm definitely going to say goodbye to this. This is when, so the Too Faced concealer was very, very popular. Everyone used to use it. And then so what they did was they created a big, mega, jumbo bottle because we were wearing so much concealer and such thick makeup at the time. This is that. This was in the shade Chestnut, which was my shade in Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And I presume this concealer. So yes, goodbye Chestnut. It has been emotional. You smell funky, but yes, goodbye, so long. Next up, and I don't think I'm gonna get rid of this because I just love it. This is the Guerlain L'Essential 16-hour Natural Glow Foundation. I just love the bottle of this. I always have, always will. If it's split though, I'll have to say goodbye. It's not even coming out. Oh, it's gone weird. Okay, it's gone weird. I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Goodbye. That one hurt. That one really hurt. I really love this packaging. I kind of just don't want to go. Like, don't go. Okay, next up is, oh, now this was a favorite. I think this, they kind of discontinued this and I could never find it again, but I really loved it. It gave me a really nice glowy, natural, radiant finish. This was the Tint Miracle, which I insisted on calling Tint Miracle for like 3 years. Foundation in the shade 11. This was very, very nice. And if it does still exist, then I will keep it because it was really nice. Oh yeah, it's kind of a weird texture now. Oh god, I think it's split. But it's so lightweight. I mean, compared with the Charlotte, I don't know if you can see this. Compared with the Charlotte, the texture is so different. It's really, really nice, but it does feel like it's tingling my arm, which isn't a good sign. So I think it's goodbye to that one. Really sad though, that was a very good foundation. And Martin's not enjoying this at all. I feel like this video is like very chaotic and that was not the intention. Oh god, yeah, okay, so this is the NYX Bear With Me. I really liked this, and I don't know why I'd never used it. This was a tint in the shade Deep Sable. Very good, I think it was very affordable. God, that thing smells, whatever I use. This is a good summer tint, actually, because the shade is quite good. I don't know what kind of serum has leaked. I just realised I've got two Gucci's. I've just found the other one. This is the one I didn't like, because it's still in the box. Anyway, so Bear With Me, NYX. I did like this, but the texture does feel a bit weird now. It was a nice shade though, number 11. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Not bad though. I might keep that. Although it doesn't seem to be blending right. I think it's gone a bit funny. It's a shame. It's really nice though. Okay, another one. This one I did really like, but I think the texture, I've gone off this type of texture. This is a Synchro Skin refreshing, self-refreshing foundation in the shade 510 from Shiseido. The fact that there is like a watery layer on top of it tells me that its time has come, so I'm going to say goodbye to this. But I did really like this, and I know they released another one since, which is even better apparently, another Shiseido foundation, which is supposed to be really good, which perhaps I'll try now since I've said goodbye to this. Basically, I'm getting rid of all my stuff. This was very upsetting. Okay, next up is the Dior Forever Matte. Now, I had a bit of beef with this one. I personally didn't like it. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Should I get rid? I think the shade is just a bit orangey for me. It does smell a bit funky as well. Sad. 6W. I'm not really a W in Dior. I think that's what I realised over the years. I'm more of an N, a 5N in Dior foundations. So I'm going to say goodbye to that. God. This just feels like money gone down the drain. Do you know what I mean? It's just like goodbye money. This I don't need to try because, as you guys know, this was totally the wrong shade for me. It came out very, very red. This was Laura Mercier new tint in the shade 6W1 Ganache. It was very red. Go back and watch that video. It was incredibly red and everyone laughed and it was very embarrassing. Next up is the MAC Face and Body, which as you can see has a little bit of water at the top, so I think that's gone off. See-through layer on it, which suggests it is very off. So goodbye Face and Body, goodbye, so long. Okay, I'm definitely not getting rid of this because this is the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturiser. I actually have to say, a lot of Rare Beauty stuff I do really like. This is the Positive Light Tinted Moisturiser in the shade 48W. I really like this for summer. It does sometimes give me a little bit of texture or like cling to texture, but I just find it a very wearable, breathable tint for summer. I just think it does a good job. As you can see, it's very lightweight, if you can see. Very lightweight texture, just super chill, looks glowy, completely inoffensive and very good. So I completely forgot I had this. This is the Traceless Stick foundation and I can't remember why I stopped wearing it. So there's a lot of product in here. And why did I stop wearing it? Is it the shade too light? Oh, it's quite, oh, it's a bit light, I think. That was probably why. This is in the shade Warm Honey 8.2. Definitely does sound like it was too light because I think I'm chestnut and something else. But I'm going to keep this because it's Tom Ford and it's a stick foundation and it doesn't smell off. The colour is wrong, but the actual texture is quite nice. So I'm going to keep that and try and remember to use that somehow. Another thing I'm going to keep is the No. 1 de Chanel foundation in the shade BD 121. This one I haven't used for ages, but it is actually nice. I think it's a bit light for now, for summer, but it's a nice lightweight shade. There it is. It feels so far away, but it is really nice. Martin says hi, because a lot of you haven't seen him for a little while. He says hello. Next up is something I'm sad to see go, but it has split. Rather depressingly. This is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation in the shade Chestnut, No. 10, which makes my 8.9 seem very ridiculous. I don't think there's any coming back for this. Beautiful packaging though from Tom Ford, absolutely love it. Very, very sad to say goodbye to this, but it's over. Next up, oh, something I pretty much finished. I'm very impressed with myself. There's only literally that much left. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation in 6W. It has split and it is almost finished, so I think this I can finally say goodbye to. Don't mind saying goodbye to this. Goodbye. You did me well. Money well spent. This is the Lancôme Tent Idol Ultra Wear Foundation in the shade 11. This I don't think I loved as much as the Tent Miracle. This one, do you know when you just like don't want it to spurt out? Doesn't look too bad though. It smells a bit funny. This one wasn't too bad, but it came out a little red and I just realistically am not going to use it, so I'm going to say goodbye to the Lancôme. So long. Next up is, this is the Traceless Perfecting Foundation. I think I really liked this at the time. I can't remember what it was like. This is in the shade TBC. It doesn't say anywhere. I think it was Chestnut though. Ooh. Texture looks a bit funky. It's gone a bit weird. Doesn't smell weird though, but it's a bit thick. It doesn't feel like a very modern formula. Feels a bit thick. Goodbye Tom Ford. Oh my god, 2 Tom Fords. That just feels so wrong to get rid of 2 Tom Ford foundations. That just feels so wrong. Next up is the Danessa Myricks a Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. I have barely used this and it's not that old. I think it's fine. This is 19G. I think I'll keep it for now. This is the MAC Studio Fix Stick, which was quite new when it came out. It was new, exciting. This was in the shade NC50, so my actual shade. Let's see where there's skin room. It's not bad. Not bad. Where is it? Here. Split. The shade's not bad. Formula feels a bit thick, but I could use it as like a spot concealer or something. So this is the hoarder in me. I don't want to say goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye, so I'm not going to say goodbye to this, because why chuck it? It's not off. It's just not used. Now this I don't even need to open to know it's got to go. This is probably as old as the Charlotte Tilbury brand. This is the Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfecting Foundation in the shade 9. As you can tell, this is not my shade, but this is how diverse Charlotte Tilbury used to be back in the day. She has come a long way, I have to give her that. This is split, and obviously it's not for me. No, this is not a cover, this is actually the shade. I don't know what I was thinking. It was really slim pickings back in those days, so I'm gonna say goodbye. I should probably keep it as a memory just to remember how uninclusive the industry was and why I wanted to start Slap in the first place. But I think just having it on camera is good enough. So goodbye Light Wonder, goodbye shade 9, which was considered dark back then. Goodbye. So that was the end of an era. Okay, next up is more Too Faced. This is a Too Faced Born This Way Matte 24-hour foundation, because of course you want to have your foundation on for 24 hours. This was the shade Chai. I think I quite liked this at the time. It was also at the time where foundation was much more thicker coverage, and we wanted it thick, we wanted it caked, we wanted it slapped on. Gonna say goodbye to that. Goodbye. Working through the last few. I've got some more in the other drawer, but I think I'll do that for another day, because those ones it's going to be harder to say goodbye to. This one is the Fenty Eavesdrops in the shade 20, if my memory serves me right, and it does. Wow, good memory. This, I still feel like this is way too light for me, and I know it's not necessarily the right shade for now, but I didn't love them that much, and so I'm gonna say goodbye to those. And also I've got the Milk foundation stick, which seems very vintage. Milk foundation stick in the shade Maple, and I did like this, but the thing I hated about it was that you had to do it from the bottom, and it just felt very counterintuitive. But the shade, not bad, but the texture, it's not really the type of texture I like anymore, so I think I'm going to say goodbye to that, which just feels like a massive waste of life, dosh, whatever. This is the Suku foundation in the shade 060. This texture's not bad. I'll keep it for now. I don't think I'll keep it for long. I'll keep it for now because the texture's not too bad and it's on. Also, I've got the Tint Idol Ultra Wear Nude, which I did really like, in the shade 11. I did really like this texture. It was kind of like a tint. It was like one of the first kind of early foundations. Oh my god, it's so liquid. It's running down my arm. This is it. It's nice, but it feels quite oily. Yeah, but she's got quite a nice blend on it. It's got quite a nice sheen. It's quite nice. I'm gonna keep that. And lastly but not least is one I really liked, but the actual formula is a bit weird. This is the Hourglass foundation stick in the shade Warm Almond. And this, gosh, it's broken, and it's been a victim of my serum explosion. This was Warm Almond. Very not my shade anymore. Hello. Gooey. But it just looks like orange crayon, really. It just doesn't really seem right. So I'm probably going to say goodbye to that. I wonder if it'd work as a concealer. I think it's a bit too... Could work as a concealer maybe. I'll keep it just in case it can work as a concealer. Okay guys, so that is my archive foundation declutter. I've also got my kind of everyday foundations in there, which I don't really use either, and also a few random ones on my dressing table, but I have to go now. I'm trying to create content because I promised, and I have not really done more than 2 videos this year, and it's now June, so I'm trying. You may have seen that I tried to slip in a Cartier video because it was achievable, but it was not well received. So I'm trying to give you the beauty content. So it seems, guys, I've kept the Hourglass foundation stick, the Suku, the Tint Idol Ultra Wear Nude, oh god, this has to go. I didn't even need to open it to know it's got to go. This is the Gucci Eternity Debute. Was awful foundation. I didn't even take it out of the box. I was so upset. That has to go, obviously. Keeping that, that. Keeping the Tom Ford, just because you need to keep some Tom Ford. Keeping the Yummy. I'm keeping the Studio Fix Stick. Keeping the Chanel. And I'm keeping the Rare. In my other collection, I've also got the Glossier, which I've been using a lot. Charlotte Tilbury, which I use as my everyday Beautiful Skin foundation. And then lots more in there. I've also recently bought the Anastasia Beverly Hills beauty balm, which I was really excited to try, but I totally got the wrong shade online, and I bought it on a store that I just wasn't comfortable sending it back and blah blah blah. So I thought I'd keep it for summer to see if I tanned, if I could wear it, and I do wear it for the bottom of my face, but for the top half of my face it's still too dark. So I think actually this could work quite well with this, or potentially this. At the moment I just use it with my Lisa Eldridge tint, or the Hourglass tint. So I do have other things I'm using at the moment, and I will do a video of those because I probably won't declutter those. So I'll do a video of my current makeup and my current foundation and tint collection, and then maybe declutter some of the stuff that's in that drawer over there. That's technically in the top shelf but isn't necessarily being used. So hopefully I'll see you guys for part 2 of this foundation slash tint declutter. This has been the really decluttery part, because it's stuff that's just been sitting here literally for 2-3 years, unloved, untouched, and going off. So now they will go in the bin, but thank you guys so much for joining me and my Serum Exploded collection of foundations, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye. Bye.